Good evening, folks. It's Rickzilla here with another spectacular show. Tonight, I'll be looking at some. I I don't know if you consider this food porn, but it is cringy as F, and I'm gonna judge it. This is gonna be a review on Kay's cooking. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the whole term food porn or bad cooking, you might come across the people like King Cobra, or you might watch old segments from the Geek Room as when they cover cooking with hoarders, when a guy is living in a cluttered apartment, the kitchen next to his toilet, his dirty toilet. But I'm going to show you the MVP of terrible cooks. This British mum, known as Kay, and she will demonstrate how she would make fried rice. Her special fried rice in this case.
Hi people, and I'm back cooking, and today...
First of all, her voice is shrill and loud, and I think I might have damaged my eardrums just hearing it.
I'm going to be doing special fried rice. I put some oil in. It says 2 tablespoons, but as you know, I've got dessert spoons, so I'll put 3 in, just to...
2 tablespoons. And okay, so we're going to start off with some poor life choices, if you call it that.
Compensate for it. And now I'm going to chop some garlic up, because it says it's got to be really hot, and that feels really hot to me, so I'm going to put garlic in it. Right, now I'm going to chop the garlic up.
You're supposed to smash garlic, not chop it up.
Fingers going in there, never mind. Oh, bit of fingers in for egg fried rice, special fried rice. I should have got that other knife. This isn't as sharp as this one. That purple one. Oh, take them to my friend and get them all sharpened.
Does she not know that you're not supposed to chop garlic? You're supposed to smash it or puree it?
Been to for ages, they're probably not even doing it now. Now, I know a lot of you said flatten it with the back of the knife or something to do the garlic, but well, I don't think, I mean, yeah, probably would squash it, but I don't know, I prefer to do it this way. So to everyone who's told me to crush it with the back of my knife, I just want to say thank you. Probably haven't got enough strength anyway to do it with the back of the knife, but thank you for the people who have said it, but I'll carry on doing it this way.
In case you're wondering what I'm watching, it's Kate. She's basically, how you would say, a mediocre chef. She claims to know how to cook, but basically hasn't read up on many of the instructions or the recipe. The recipe. This is just some amateur dish.
Wait, if it's all right with you, because obviously I want to. Well, I don't want to.
Why do I leak my own? Okay. I don't know. It's a good habit, Todd.
Now that is crushed up best I can. It's going to be such a big roar of thunder when I put this in here because the pan is so hot.
Yeah. She's going to bring the thunder, folks.
It is on, isn't it? Yes, I have left it on. Oh dear.
That's a nice stove and a nice wok. But you don't know how to cook or even chop garlic. By the way, if you thought Cobes' cooking was bad, you haven't seen this woman.
Well, not as big as I expected. What a letdown. As you can see, it's very hot and the garlic has now turned brown.
Oh, dear Lord. Let me show you that again.
As you can see, it's very hot and the garlic has now turned brown.
Oh my God. Oh my, that garlic. Oh my dear Lord. That garlic. That's more, that ain't brown. You just burnt the entirety of the garlic. That's charred garlic. And the fact that you put like I don't know how many cups of oil you put in that dish or that wok. But that's a little too much grease. I'm surprised.
And now add the rice.
What?
Cook that for a bit. That's what it says to do.
Yeah, but you're supposed to boil the rice before you dump it into the garlic mixture. You can't just pour the uncooked rice in the mixture. This is cooking 101. You're supposed to boil the rice for at least, I don't know, an extended amount. Well, let me just look this up. Oh, never mind. You're supposed, yeah, but oh, let me play that again.
And now add the rice.
What?
Cook that for a bit.
Yeah, about that. You're supposed to, I don't know. Aren't you supposed to boil the rice before you put it in the pan, the saucer, or whatever it's called, the wok. That's supposed to be a wok. And she put uncooked rice in the mixture of burnt garlic and I don't even know what this is anymore. It's not going to come out the way she intended it to. I mean, again, you thought Shani's mac and cheese was terrible? You haven't seen this.
That's what it says to do.
Yeah, but it also says that you're supposed to, I don't know, boil the rice and drain it before you put it in. Just saying. I'm repeating myself.
I need a bit more oil on this because it ain't going to do it. So I've got to continually keep turning it. Right.
I don't know, Todd. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's a force of habit, and it kind of... And I think I should start breaking that habit, but maybe I should not link in case anyone ever comes in, they would know, or anyone who ever watches this, which hopefully some people will watch it. But I get your point, Todd. Maybe I should, I don't know, stop putting the link to my YouTube page in the chat and just promote it out there. I'm pretty sure I'm still getting the hang of the whole YouTube thing or the whole streaming service thing. But I digress. I've made a promise that I will get better at it, and that's my promise.
As you can see, it's all turned nicely brown. Salt.
Nasty brown, huh?
Pepper. It says keep stirring it all the time.
That rises. Yeah, I know. It's I apologize. Is that I'm still getting in the hang of this, and I'm still trying to get people to, I don't know, get engaged, but I'm still trying to promote my stuff. Todd, I know it's kind of weird, but it's a force of habit. I'm trying to break it, and maybe next time I'm gonna break that habit. I'm trying to make sure people get the milk, but anyway.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to break some eggs because it's looking a bit too dry. So I'm going to crack some eggs, beat them up. Too dry. Pepper. It says keep stirring it all the time, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to break some eggs because it's looking a bit too dry.
You think?
So I'm going to crack some eggs, beat them up. I think this egg's the next one. I'm trying to. Right, well, that's been done for about 5 minutes. Beat eggs together. Add ham, chicken, and peas. Right. Right, it says, we lost hope by the lot. It said, I don't think that's right though, somehow. It says I've got to put the chicken in with the egg. That can't be right, can it? Then it says I add the ham to the egg as well. That's not right, is it? Oh, I'm just doing as it said. If it's wrong, I'm doing it wrong. If it's right, I'm doing it right. But I think it's wrong. But who am I to argue? I know, now I'm at first, I know. So what I'm going to do is, they're all mixed in now. I'm going to put this in there.
Shit. Let me.
That's not right, is it? Oh. Chicken.
Yeah, Todd makes a good point. I do have this forced habit of trying to share a link to stream. Like, it's mostly a link to the chat, to the stream. That's the reason why I do this, Todd, is that I'm trying to get people to join the chat and not the, because I gotta better myself before I start doing streams where I invite people on. That's why that's why I was doing this. I was trying, because I'm taking Franks and Drag's advice, try to better myself before I actually invite people in discussion, because I made a mistake and I have to read that mistake. But that's why I'm doing this. That's why I always try to promote my my YouTube video before, so that people would get the link. I always put the link to the YouTube video in Discord, so that people would be alert or informed about the stream, so that they can click on it and join the chat and engage. But I'm still learning. I'm still getting the hang of the whole stream thing, even though I've been doing it for almost a year. It takes a long time to garner an audience, and I can't do it overnight or even over a year. But luckily, I've made a promise that I'll only get better, and I'll make sure that I actually put in effort. Hopefully, I might not have to resort to using StreamYards in the near future that often.
And cheese. Right. Right, it says we lost stop playing as well.
Yeah, Todd. Yeah, it's a bit of a rookie mistake for me. I didn't really say I don't know why I do it. It's just it's a force of habit. I always figured that maybe if I share the link to stream rather than like the video, share a link to the video, people would come in and watch it. But that's not the case. That's why I always keep sharing the link to watch the stream so that people would join in, engage in conversation in the comments, in the chat, in the comments. But that's not usually the case. It's a rookie mistake. And hopefully I'll learn from that. Yeah, it does sound weird, but it was the only way I can try and get people to watch stream, even though that's a big mistake on my part, that I put it in the chat rather than promote it or tweet it out. But that's on me. I mean, anyway, let's continue. Let's continue.
It said, I don't think that's right though, somehow. It says I've got to put the chicken in with the egg.
You put the chicken in with the egg? Is this woman... Anyway, let me just continue on.
That can't be right, can it?
You think?
Then it says I add the ham to the egg as well.
That doesn't even look like chicken. It looks like 2 slices of turkey from a deli.
That's not right, is it?
It looks like bologna slices.
I'm just doing as it said. If it's wrong, I'm doing it wrong. If it's right, I'm doing it right.
You're doing it wrong. All of it is wrong. And by the way, the chicken you're supposed to use isn't supposed to be like sliced chicken from a deli. You have to use, like, I don't know, chicken breasts, chopped chicken breasts, or canned chicken meat, not sliced chicken from a deli. It doesn't look right. It kind of looks like strips of gum.
I think it's wrong. Oh, who am I to argue? I know.
And again, who am I to argue either?
Not at first, I know.
Not my first either. I'm here, not my first time streaming or trying to promote my stream.
So what I'm going to do is, they're all mixed in now. I'm going to put this in there.
Oh, God! Okay. Now, the reason why I'm watching Kay's cooking is because, well, if you thought Shani's macaroni and cheese was terrible, if you thought Cobb's cooking was atrocious, if you watched The Geek Room where they play old clips from some obscure YouTube channel called Cooking with Hoarders, and it triggered a gag reflex, then you haven't seen Kay's cooking. this is why I've always wanted to cover case cooking, and well, it could have been a better time, but this might be something I would like to do. I mean, well, I would like to cover streams where I cook. Hey, hey, internet. I mean, atheist veteran. What's up? I'm just trying my hard not to gag as this woman is terribly making fried rice. I mean, if you thought Shanny's mac and cheese was bad, I think, okay, I just made my point. This is beyond atrocious cooking. I mean, I've watched Cooking with Hoarders. I've spent time on the game watching Cooking with Hoarders. Even that doesn't faze me because it's just some idiot who doesn't even know what he's doing, who basically has a problem, a mental problem. But I don't know about this woman. And Cobes, well, Cobes has a disability, but at least he puts an effort in cooking, even though his kitchen and his dishware looks like an episode of Hoarders, no pun intended. But this woman, she basically is supposed to have like a clean kitchen and a clean dishware. And the thing is, she's supposed to be following a recipe, but she must have missed a few steps. First of all, she forgot to cook the rice by boiling it and draining it. And she's using chicken slices, like deli slices, instead of chopped chicken fillet. And she's putting in eggs. I don't know who puts. Well, then my mom usually makes fried rice according to the recipe, but I don't know if this woman knows the recipe beat by beat. But then again, this woman can barely even make toast. No pun intended.
I'm going to mix it all together.
I watched this lady case cooking on a stream by a YouTuber known as Rogue the Internet Man, who covers weirdos on the internet. Of course, one of them most of you might know familiar because I kept comparing Shanny to him every time when I'm in the Geek Room streams. And I've done some readings on the things he's done. But aside from that individual, Rogue the Internet Man also covers other oddities on the internet, such as cooking, which, by the looks of it, she doesn't even know how to even cook a dish, let alone make fried rice.
I think there's enough juice in there. I think I'm going to leave more. The garlic has now turned black. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if you can see, but I've been cooking some peas because I don't know if you're supposed to cook them first. But I've turned them off and they're having a chance to.
I sent you the link, Atheist Veteran. I sent you the link to the video. You can use it for your next segment of FNL, of Fuck My Life. If you didn't get the link, you can just copy the URL. You can copy the URL and just paste it into the search bar, and it'll lead you to the Sometimes I usually forget the words, but
scroll down.
You can look at her. You can find her channel is mediocre cooking. You might even consider it food porn for some people who are into shitty cooking.
Does this look like special fried rice to you?
Nope. That doesn't look like special fried rice. It looks like, well, someone tried to, looks like granite with strips of gum.
So I'm going to add the peas now.
Oh, she's going at the peas.
There's not much water in them peas, but I'm going to add it because, like I said, I think it needs a bit more juice in it.
Lady, it needed juice when you decided it needed juice. Well, I could see why it needed juice. Sorry. Again, I'm going to please refrain. Again, I'm going to say it. You should have, I don't know, boiled the rice, cooked the rice by putting it in a pot filled with water, then turning on the stove and then boiling the water until it bubbles, and then pour the rice in there, let it sit for like, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how long it takes. Well, technically, you're supposed to put it in for like an approximate of 10 to 12 minutes. Let me look that up. I might be wrong about that. I'm gonna do a quick Google search will determine how long it'll take for rice. Oh, it takes about 15 to 25 minutes to cook rice, ensuring it's simmering and not boiling. The rice can cook too quickly. Simmer until water is completely absorbed and the rice is tender. About 15 to 25 minutes will depend on the size and freshness of rice. You boil the water. How long will it? What is the fastest way to cook rice? Well, the first thing you do is, boil the water, add rice, stir it to boil until the rice is tender and chewy for about, I don't know, 20 to 25 minutes for brown rice, or 10 to 20 minutes for white rice, depending on the variety. You drain the rice in the strainer and then add it in with and then you first of all, you don't cook the garlic. That you add the garlic later. First, you cook the chicken before you cook the garlic. Then you add on the seasonings. Okay, I'm gonna look for a fried rice recipe. Depending on recipe. Here's a. Let me get out of this first, and then Exactly. Exactly. It does take 20 minutes for fried rice to cook. The Chinese restaurant style fried rice. Okay, so the first thing you do is you make fried rice the easy way. They use rice that's already been. Sometimes they use rice that they've made or they boiled 20 minutes prior to preparing the dish. Then they use butter, like what? I mean, these might add on, but most people use like white or green onions. Sesame oil. I mean, sesame oil, toasted sesame oil, or oysters for some people. And of course, this recipe even includes to use high heat. Also help prevent the rice from steaming in the pan inside the frying it. If you're, I'm looking skimming through this shit because it's awesome. I'm just looking through just to give you a heads up on how you should make fried rice. Hey Corey, is the stream roboting? Oh, that's probably my mic. I'm using a headset, and I said, and like I said, I do. I'm trying to like, I don't know. This is like a solo stream that I do, which is like a. I just do the whole solo stream for me. But if you want me to come on your show, let me know. I can make time for that. And yes, I'm doing this in my dining area, which I should be doing it in my room because that's where the router is, but I wanted to. Oh, I'm just taking things slow. I mean, for a bit, atheist veteran. I don't usually invite people on this in the stream to well, maybe in the chat, but right now I'm trying to do this solo stream, which is it's something that I'm trying to do. I gotta like what Dragon Frank have instructed me to like I don't know, do focus on doing streams by myself before I start engaging with other people. So I'm just this is a solo act for me, but that's okay. I whatever works for me is always a necessity. And yes, I'm using a cheap, well, a headset that. Hold on, I think I got some earbuds that I can use with a microphone. Just I feel sorry. Yeah, couldn't say better myself, veteran. I feel sorry for that boy. By the way, that's Kay's son. By the way, and that guy probably had like a bad case of constipation after eating that. That walk work. Yeah, you're right. That walk work is very painful. Oh my god, that is the best. That is the best comment. Well, of course it's crunchy because she didn't cook the rice properly. Cooked chicken and cooked ham, ham slices, ham. Well, deli sliced ham and deli sliced chicken. Yeah, this looks like This should be called cooking with cheaps. This should be called cooking with cheapskates. I mean, we've already had cooking with hoarders. This should be called cooking with cheapskates. It sounds funny. It sounds catchy. I feel sorry for that boy. He didn't deserve to be a guinea pig to that cooking. I mean, every time my mother would cook dinner, whenever it's like a new dish that she's trying out, like a recipe that she found on the internet, I'm always going to be the first one to be a guinea pig. You know what I mean? And I could say my mother's cooking is even better than this woman. Well, Lucifer, you didn't really miss much, so you're just in time to see the cringe of Kay's cooking. I mean, if you thought that Shani's mac and cheese was terrible, you haven't seen this woman's cooking. At least Shani had the good grace to just resort to buying DoorDash instead of making dinner for her kids, because we all know what the end result of that was. If you like what you're doing, just keep doing it. Yeah, about that. Kay, about that, Kay. Maybe you should try a different hobby. I don't think cooking is your forte. I know. This is. Keep that accent, though. All right, enjoy. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. Thanks for coming on, Lucifer Almighty. Now, let's get back into the mix. Twenty thousand 20,000 followers, 20,000 subscribers. Holy crap. Holy crap. This woman has 81.6 thousand subscribers. 81.6K subscribers. And this was in February 11th, 2018. I've been trying to get the Geek Room to look at Kay's cooking, and just for like a suggestion for the salt mine for a future salt mine episode. I mean, maybe it'll cleanse your palate. Maybe it'll cleanse their palates because after watching Cooking with Hoarders, this might be a palate cleanser in a way. I mean, at least her kitchen is clean. That's a good thing. I can't say the same for the guy in Cooking with Hoarders. I mean, I had to sit through watching Cooking with Hoarders, and I have to say that I don't know what to say about that. Now, there are some more videos I wanted to look at aside from the fried rice video. Here are a few other unsavory dishes that she has made that really, really take the cake. Anyway, here are this one. This one's the one that I was thinking about doing. I mean, I don't think. Well, I know most of these people don't. I mean, McDonald's ain't for everyone, but this is her attempting to make a Big Mac and failing miserably. Another video I wanted to cover is this one. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are some people, but not all. Anyone. I mean, scratch that. McDonald's is shit. I can't say that. Well, for most people, yeah. Some people like McDonald's, some others, some don't. But this woman here is in this video, this woman is doing a great disgrace to the Big Mac. And I mean a great disgrace to the Big Mac. I mean, not many people. Oh, wait. That's not the video I was looking at. This is the one. But anyway, again, let me preface this. I know you all don't like McDonald's. I mean, you're all entitled to your opinions. I mean, some people like it, some others don't. It depends on. But then again, fast food, most people would consider fast food as junk food. Fast food might be considered junk food. But this woman attempted to make a Big Mac and failed miserably. I mean, she did a disgrace to the Big Mac, but don't take it from me, take it from her. Lard. She's going to make a Big Mac. Big Macs are not really that big. It's just you just take like a few McDonald's patties and just stack them on like It's just stacking McDonald's patties on the other end of the bun. Put the bottom bun in between two patties and just putting weird dressing, like some dressing and lettuce and whatnot. It's not that hard. But then again, the patties have to be thin. I mean, some people can try to do their own Big Mac, but it got to be tiny. It's not really that big. But then again, it's just reheating frozen patties that are probably made from, well, byproducts. It's like you're cooking chicken nuggets. I mean, then again, I used to love. I think I still like some of the stuff from McDonald's, but I don't usually go there ever since. Because I think, then again, but yes, I did like McDonald's. I admit it. And maybe that's only if I get really hungry and I haven't eaten anything all day. That's only if I haven't eaten anything all day and I get really hungry. Then again, I would go to other places that are better than McDonald's, like Carl's Jr. or Hardee's. But I prefer Sonic because their burgers are completely delicious. If I want to get fancy, I'd go for Red Robin. But that's only if I'm in a metropolitan area. But either way, McDonald's, that's only if you need a quick bite. I would consider McDonald's as a last resort. But I wouldn't allow anyone to disgrace Big Mac. Even though it's not my favorite thing on their menu, on McDonald's menu, I would be appalled if anyone tried to attempt and fail at making a Big Mac. Jack's Kitchen, Corgi? I gotta check out who this Jack's Kitchen is. Maybe I'll do a stream on him and maybe, well, at least, again, at least it's better than the guy from Cooking with Hoarders. I would say take the L. Personally, I would. That's a lot of meat. Again, the Big Macs don't need that much hamburger meat. It's just frozen patty. Again, more bread than like what Lucifer Almighty said. It's more bread than meat. And you're right, Corgi, that does look like a grab-a-bucket. It's a grab-a-bucket. And look at that. She's using a tub of lard right here. I mean, that's a lot of lard for a Big Mac. For even a burger, you really don't need that much lard. I mean, depending on what kind of meat you have, what kind of ground beef you have, doesn't really since it usually has some fat already in the meat, you really don't need a giant tub of lard to cook it. I mean, you've seen Cobes' video, Cobes when he makes burgers, even though his pan already has the grease in it, even though due to it, Cobes' Cobes' skillet has grease from, well, neglecting to wash it. But the reason for that is because it preserves the flavor, preserves the juices, the grease, the Teflon. I would have said, yeah, maybe you should invest in Teflon rather than letting age-old grease accumulate and attracting insects, because it's basically hoarding grease, which you should never do. Some people do it, maybe to like trade it in. Yeah, they're called grills and fry cooks. And that is a lot of meat. I have to say, that is a lot of meat. You might as well have to cut up the patties if you want to cut up into like little flat patties, like rather than throwing a handful of ground beef onto the cast iron, onto the skillet. Sorry. Even Cobe doesn't use this much ground beef in his heart attack burgers. Then again, most of you viewers, fans of the Geek Room, saw him try to like do a hack by putting chicken strips on a burger with onion ring and curly fries. That does sound like a good idea for a Carl's Jr. burger. Carl's Jr. has made like a hot dog burger. Yeah, a hot dog burger. Putting with chips, with potato chips, sandwiched inside a burger. That's ballsy. But again, you don't need that much grease. Butter on Kaiser rolls. I don't know if they're Kaiser rolls. That is a lot of meat. I gotta say, that is a whole lot of meat. It's coming apart. I have to say this. It is coming apart at this point. Yeah. I tend to grilling on a tiny grill, but grilling a burger on a tiny grill, but I should be grilling it on a bigger grill. The tiny grill could only be used for like, I don't know, hot dogs and sausages. But the big grill is used for burgers. And also I should start cleaning those grills, or just getting rid of them altogether, and maybe save up money for a propane grill or a better grill, or wait until my uncle gives me his propane grill, which because he's renovating his house, even though he had a battle with COVID, and he's recovered at this moment. But he's basically getting rid of the flooring in his house. But I don't know if he's going to keep his grill or not, but I'm sure someone wants it. As long as I don't do what G-Man did and burn my eyelids. I've learned my lesson. I mean, I've learned my lesson from playing with fire. I've learned my lesson from playing with fire. It's really not that great. And yeah, maybe I should start watching tutorial videos on how to barbecue, because I'm still learning. Then again, I'd just rather order something from Jack. Just to save on. Cooking with Jack. Okay. Maybe I should I'm gonna have to take a look at Cooking with Jack one of these days. I mean, it can't be any worse than this lady. Can it? I have to say this again. At least her kitchen is clean. I can't say the same for the guy in Cooking with Hoarders, because I'm pretty sure we all have seen the clutter. And let's not forget the toilet. I'm pretty sure that guy was on some drugs while attempting to cook. I mean, he looks like he's living in one of those crap shacks, either like a trailer or a dingy studio apartment. It does look like a trailer that the guy from the Cooking with Hoarders videos is living in. I mean, he has a kitchen next to a toilet, so it's obvious. And there's a lot of clutter around the area. But I can say the same. I can give Kate some credit. At least her cast iron is clean, unlike Cobe's. When it comes to making burgers, it takes some skill to mold a patty. You can't just throw on a handful of ground beef on a stove and expect to turn it into a burger. You gotta roll it up into a ball. It's like making meatballs. You just gotta roll it up until it's round and firm. And then you just smash it and then try to round off the edges so that it doesn't come apart. Or you could just buy the hamburger patties. Or you could just buy hamburger patties and just cook them on the grill or on the stove. You might also add in your seasonings like meat tenderizer, seasoned salts, flavor boosters, whatnot. Okay, why am I giving advice on how to make a burger? I'm here to watch a stream about a woman failing at cooking. This is her first attempt. This is the video you saw that I was gonna watch was a redo of the Big Mac, and this is the original version. So this is her first attempt at trying to make a Big Mac, and the one that's coming that I'll look after is her redoing the Big Mac. Hopefully, she has, like, I don't know, the tools, the necessities to make a Big Mac. See, it's coming apart. Also, you're not supposed to grab like 2 handfuls. You're supposed to grab like a little piece of ground beef if you want to make a patty. You gotta like fold it, like round it up. I'm giving you the same advice I gave you. Just take the L and just get some patties. See, it's actually coming apart. It's way too late for that, lady. I would like to see that. I want to know if that guy that Cooking with Hoarders dude tried to make a burger. He probably caught his stove on fire, but then again, his grill is a propane grill. Not even close to a Big Mac. Looks like it's burnt. It's not a Big Mac, but it's not a Big Mac. Poor boy. Yeah. Good night, Corgi. Yeah, you can't get. I'm pretty sure that's probably the only people who will like her cooking are probably the dogs. Why? Now I'm gonna how she tried to do the. Now this is her trying to reattempt the Big Mac, which I hope she's got some more ingredients because she did a piss poor job at attempting to make a Big Mac. Again, you're not supposed to use all the beef. But then again, the Big Mac is more bread than meat, like what Lucifer Almighty said. No, you're not. It's called ground beef in America. It's called ground beef, but in Britain, it's called minced meat. In America, it's called ground beef, but in England, they call it minced meat. But they're the same thing, which I don't have a problem with. Oh, Gringo. I'm gonna with Kay's cooking to the geek room. Oh shit. Yeah. Again, I was gonna suggest Kay's cooking to the geek room. You know, just to show them how even a person with a clean kitchen can mess up cooking. And this woman does have a nice kitchen. I'm gonna give her that much. I'll give her that. She has a nice kitchen. I can't say the same about Cobb's. But her cooking skills are on par with Shani. I don't know why you're putting a hamburger up ground beef inside it. Some call it minced meat, others call it ground beef. Most people call it hamburger meat, but it's basically the same thing. They're supposed to be thin. Well, it's supposed to be thin. Well, the patty's supposed to be thin. Notifications. You just soaked ground beef in egg. The only time you're supposed to do that is when you're making meatballs. Yeah. Again, another failed attempt at attempting a Big Mac. You're not supposed to dip. That the only time that that's acceptable is if you're making meatballs and you don't put you only use one egg for meatballs. Not, I don't know how many eggs you use to try to soak the hamburger patty in them. Because, and by the way, they don't usually they use frozen hamburger patties that are like that have taken and are probably past their expiration date. And again, this is basically making a cheap ass. This is more like a patty than a Big Mac. A failed patty. That's not even a Big Mac. It's a failed attempt at a patty melt. I stand corrected. She fails again. Okay, it's best that you take the L and just download DoorDash or whatever. I don't know if they have any apps, any delivery services in England or wherever she's living in, but it's best to just make a run to McDonald's and not. But then again, this is what she likes to do, and I'm not going to fault her for that. Even though she. At least you tried. At least you tried. It doesn't have. And by the way, isn't that supposed to be like, I don't know, cooked bread? I gotta admit, at least her. Again, I have to say it again. At least her cast iron is clean. Can't say the same about Cove's again. But that's just me. I mean, I don't know how I would make a Big Mac, but I know it won't be like this. Maybe what might not be a Big Mac. Maybe it might be something more creative. I mean, all I know is that maybe I should start watching actual videos on how to work a grill than do it on a whim. At least you tried this time. Not really. Thank God. Oh, thank God. Well, that was piss poor. Anyway. Oh, come on. Oh, dear Lord. Anyway, this is almost an hour long, and I'm gonna see if I don't know, throw one more zinger in there. Why? Anyway. I'm not going to be watching the pancakes. I'm just looking at what other horrors I can make fun of. Oh, here it is. Chicken enchiladas. I'm gonna end this video off with just this piss poor take on how to make chicken enchiladas. The reason why I chose this one is because, well, my mother would make chicken enchiladas, and this woman would be doing a disservice in attempting to try this dish. By the way, you're supposed to use, well, I guess some people use flour tortillas, but my mother uses is to make chicken enchiladas. And she uses a chopping machine or whatever it's called, like a, I don't, it's like one of those, a puree, like a something that you would use to puree onions. A Cuisinart. I think it's like a Cuisinart to puree the onions. Carrots? No, you don't put carrots in enchiladas. That's a disgrace. I'm offended. I am shocked that this woman's putting carrots in enchiladas. That ain't right. If this was Cobes, he'd probably be putting Doritos and nacho cheese. That's not even an enchilada. It looks like a piss poor attempt at a burrito. That looks like a chicken pot pie in burrito form. $20, huh? It looks like that's not even enchiladas. It looks like a terrible, terrible mistake. You're supposed to add the cheese and the chili. Get a recipe book. Find a recipe online. Don't try to make enchiladas on a whim. It'll come out wrong. Taking L's. You're taking L's. That is not even appetizing. It's not appealing to look at. It's a modge-podge of mess. Just take the L and go with it. Anyway. I know my mom's enchiladas turn out better than yours. I don't think people are just watching her just to watch her cook. I think people are just watching her just like because they're sick people who get their rocks on just watching someone fail at cooking. If I could just send her a link to I don't know, a recipe. And I inform her to read it through and through. That way she can get better at it. Because I do believe she's trying. It's just at least she's trying. But I had accidentally poured super glue on my hands trying to get it out, but now I gotta remove it. Anyway, let's end this off. Alright. That does it for case cooking. I'm sorry you had to witness that. Anyway, I hope you guys like this stream. If you want to see more like this, be sure to comment, subscribe, click the bell notifications, and let me know what kind of videos you want me to look at. I have a Discord that I really should put in the link just so that people will know next time, but it is what it is. I will remind myself to put the link in the Discord, just to let people know what kind of suggestions they want me to look at, what suggestions for future videos, future streams. Anyway, I'm rambling on, but be sure to, if you want to support me, the links are in the description below. I still am trying to figure out how I can, how I can get people to notice my Patreon, but the links to my Patreon is in the description below, as well as my PayPal link and, Streamlabs. But I'll let the Streamlabs, I'll start doing the Streamlabs once I start upgrading to better equipment. Anyway, that does it for this evening. And I am always open to suggestions. If you want to see more videos like this, shoot me up on Twitter or at rgjaime91 on Twitter. You can also check out my Discord link, my Discord server, the Kaiju Club, which I'll be putting a link to the video. I'll be putting a link to the Discord in a future stream once I figure out once I get to that. And I'll see you guys next time. So, peace out.